Welcome to the Roy Rogers Riders Club.
Thrill again to the thundering hooves and cattle stampedes, barroom brawls, and shootouts of classic Western features and TV shows. Annie Oakley, Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, John Wayne, and all their cowboy pals and sidekicks roam the West once more. Heroes never die on ComedyMX Channels. They just ride off into the sunset.
This is where we separate. Remember everything I told you.
Todos like un elefante. I would forget nothing.
And forget that you ever knew me.
That's already done. I never saw you before. Easy.
And forget about the senoritas.
Oh, kid, now you're asking the impossible. But I'll try.
See that you do. When we meet, we'll, how about down that canyon?
It's all right with me, kid. For the signal, I'll make the sound of the bullfrog when he calls to his little sweetheart. Such a sad sound, don't you think?
Yes, but not half as sad as hearing a sermon read over your grave. Now keep your wits about you. It's liable to be your grave.
This is a very dangerous assignment we are on, no?
Yes, but absolutely necessary if the treaty with Mexico is to be ratified. Good luck, Toro.
You must be Kit Carson.
That's right.
I heard you were on the way. I'm Jason Briggs, Detective Jason Briggs.
Well, you're just the man I wanted to see. I was told you might be able to help me.
Well, I could. Let's talk about it in the cafe. I'd like to have you meet its owner, Laranya, one of the town's leading citizens.
Hello, Senor Detective.
Buenos dias, señorita.
And who is this handsome man?
Laranya, this is the famous Kit Carson.
Ah, who is not heard of him?
How do you do, ma'am?
Sit down, please. What brings you to Border City, Senor Carson?
Well,
He's here to stop the business of smuggling outlaws from the United States into Mexico. It's more or less goodwill.
Oh, but that will be a good thing for both countries, Senor. The gringo banditos who come here all the time have give this town a very bad name. Chiquita, take these gentlemen's orders. Welcome, Senor Carson.
What do you have? Coffee. Dos cafés, por favor.
Sí, señor.
Al este hero es Kid Carson.
What do you think of her? Very attractive. But I don't think you should have told her what my business was here.
I didn't tell her anything she already didn't know. She even expected a couple of weeks.
I'd like to know how. I've already been jumped on the road.
Maybe somebody's been reading my mail. You know, Carson, you're up against a powerful organization that's selling sanctuary in Mexico to desperate outlaws.
But how does that tie in with the fact that my being here is common knowledge?
Organization of that kind would make it a point to check on an investigator like yourself, just as a matter of routine.
Which makes it easy to murder the investigator if he finds out too much, huh?
That's the idea.
You know, Briggs, for a man who has a reputation for capturing more outlaws than any man in the Southwest, you seem pretty alive and happy.
Well, you see, I make it a point never to turn my back on a door. For instance, take a look at that character that just came in.
Well, what about him?
Well, from the way he acts, he's got all the earmarks of a wanted man.
Just your meat, huh?
Reward is worth my trouble. I'll make it a point to look through my collection of old reward notices. Gracias.
Is there something you want, senor?
Is there something I want? Does a starving man want food? Does a thirsty man want a drink of water?
As you were saying.
Just give me one big glass of goat's milk.
Goat's milk?
Si, senorita, I'm in love with the goat's milk. It's my one great passion.
You know, you'd be doing me a great favor if you make my home your headquarters while you're here.
Thanks.
If you don't mind, should we go? You know, I'm willing to make you a bet that that character's got a price on him. And if he has, Laurent, you'll find out and let me know.
You really have a system worked out, huh?
Mm-hmm. And at a slight profit. Hey, I know this man. It's Jose Garcia.
Let's question him.
Let's take him over to my place where he won't be disturbed.
Good. All right, off your horse.
Here, take care of this man.
What has he done?
He's one of the men that tried to kill my guest, Senior Carson.
Who gave you orders to shoot me, Jose? I can put you in jail for a long time, so you better tell me the truth.
No sé nada, señor, nada.
Jose understands English as well as I do. Who do you work for? Come on, speak up.
I cannot tell. I'm afraid.
Afraid of who?
The organization. Jose is playing it smart. He knows he wouldn't be worth crowbait once he talked.
Si, Senor Briggs. They would kill Jose.
Who would?
La Araña.
Laranya. What has she got to do with it?
I think she's got a lot to do with it. She may be the person I'm after.
Carson, you're barking up the wrong tree. I know Laranya. She's worked on a few deals with me, but that's as far as it goes.
Maybe. What about Lorania? Tell me.
No. No.
We won't get anything out of him. He's too afraid to talk.
You got a safe place where we can lock him up?
Yes. Pablo, what do you mean one of the back storerooms? But be sure there's no way for him to get out.
Si, padrón. Anda.
Can your servant be trusted?
No. But he doesn't dare disobey me.
I'd say that capturing criminals has paid you well, Briggs.
Oh, this is just my hunting lodge. We're going to start building the main house next year.
Oh, I didn't know you hunted anything else but men.
Oh, I hunt men for money. Wild animals for sport. Say, would you be interested in seeing my trophy room?
Yes.
Well, how do you like my trophy?
Very nice.
You like to hunt, don't you, Carson?
It was part of my job with Captain Fremont.
Oh, of course. And this would hardly hold any novelty for you. Say, I'd like to show you some more trophies. These once belonged to various famous outlaws who had rewards on their heads and were wanted by the authorities, dead or alive. Of course, I always found it more practical to bring them in dead.
The reward is always the same.
Yes, but then there's absolutely no chance of an outlaw escaping once he's killed.
There's one weapon I don't see in your collection, Briggs.
Oh?
The mate to this. The favorite weapon of a killer named Pierre Andre. A knife like that has taken the lives of half a dozen men from New Orleans to Bordertown. They say Pierre Andre never misses a throw up to 20 yards.
Do you think Pierre Andre's in Border City?
If he is, it's my job to bring him in.
Do you know what he looks like?
No, I've never seen the man.
Very few people have. The descriptions we do have are very inaccurate. I'm ashamed to say that I let him slip through my fingers. But Pierre Andre is safe from United States justice and is hiding somewhere in Mexico.
Maybe.
Believe me when I tell you, you'll never see or hear of Pierre Andre again. My sources of information have assured me of that.
I'd like to have a talk with your sources, Briggs.
Carson, maybe you would be interested in these. Circulars and posters of very famous outlaws I brought in.
What are your contacts in Border City, Briggs?
Mr. Carson, I'd be glad to help you in any way that I can, as long as it doesn't jeopardize my livelihood. But I'm afraid my contacts must remain private property.
Is that private property for sale by any chance?
Boy, everything is for sale, Mr. Carson, for a good price.
What is Larogna's connection with the organization?
On that score, I assure you I don't know.
Senor Briggs, Count Corto, something has happened to the prisoner.
He's dead.
Kate?
Over here, Toro.
Thank the goodness. So you think this Jose fellow was murdered on purpose?
Any murder is on purpose.
Then that Pablo do it probably because Briggs tell him to.
I don't trust Briggs, but I can't prove anything against him. How'd you make out at the cafe and with that sure death that calls herself Larogna?
Sure, death. How can you say such a thing, kid? Larogna's a beautiful senorita.
Beautiful or not, I'm sure she's tied in with Briggs.
This cannot be. If ever I see an angel, she is it. The next time I see her, I think I propose to her a proposition of matrimony.
The next time you see her, it's going to be with a price on your head.
What do you mean?
Briggs already has you spotted as an outlaw, so you're going to cinch the deal by becoming a murderer.
I don't murder no bodies.
Not yet, you haven't, but tomorrow you're going to murder Kit Carson.
What?
You heard me. Tomorrow you're going to kill me.
Oh, never does such a dirty trick.
Pablo, Senor Carson's not in the house.
Si, senor. He left early for town.
Did he say why?
His money's arriving today, and he wants to be sure that nothing happens to it.
Money?
It's coming in by express stage, and he must be there.
Pablo, go saddle my horse. Pronto.
Hi, Briggs. What are you doing in town?
Well, Pablo told me about it. Aren't you being a little careless?
You and Pablo are the only ones that know about this. To everyone else, it's just a collection of books.
Books?
Yes, the collected works of Benjamin Franklin.
But the money they...
Right here. Between Poor Richard and Advice to the Young Tradesman. Help me put them in the saddlebags.
May I ask why you're taking the risk of bringing all this money here?
You hinted that your information would cost money. So I came prepared with government funds.
The information comes pretty high.
There's enough here to buy several like you. Can I leave this in your safe until we've made a deal?
Sure. Pablo, ándale. Pablo!
Un momento, señores. You will both please raise your hands. I will take those saddlebags, Senor Carson. Gracias. I repay you both by letting you leave.
Never leave that till tomorrow, which you can do today. Benjamin Franklin wrote that. Caramba, he was a smart fellow.
I hope you found out something. Each day waiting here in this camp is making me lose my ambition, and you ought to read what Benjamin Franklin has to say about that.
Found this nailed to a tree. They're probably all over the country. You're a famous outlaw, Toro.
$5,000 reward for Kit Carson's killer, wanted dead or alive. The unknown masked bandit who robbed and murdered Kit Carson. I'm worth a lot of money, too. For my school.
Now, everything's working out fine. Tonight, I want you to go to the cafe and make them think that you want to escape across the border into Mexico.
Kit, I'll go there with the greatest of pleasure. But you're so wrong about the beautiful La Araña.
If it isn't my friend the bull, where have you been keeping yourself for so long?
Senorita, does falling in love makes you hungry?
Sí, El Toro. What shall we order for supper? Some tortillas, frijoles? How about some huevos rancheros? Or some enchiladas?
Some of everything.
Chiquita! some more, my brave fool?
No, I think that...
Do you have any idea who he is?
Called himself El Toro. The bull.
Open up!
It's a holdup.
Toro! Toro!
Where's El Toro? El Toro? Never heard of him. You're lying. Where's Briggs? I saw you come in here with him.
Mister, you're seeing things.
All right. Now, I'll give you 3 seconds to tell me where El Toro is. 1.
Detective Rick swooped into his house.
Where am I?
You should recognize this room. You've been here before.
Maybe I do. I remember now you tried to take my money, that money.
We are your friends, Toro. We are only trying to help you escape.
And this is just the price for your escape. You're paid in full.
Well, then I can go now and escape, no?
First, you sign this.
What is this thing?
Confession for a murder. I myself saw you kill Kit Carson the day you stole this money.
Maybe you did and maybe you didn't.
Sign that paper, Toro. Then you will be safe from the law the rest of your life.
How long will be the rest of my life?
Not very long, my friend. This is all I need to collect the reward that's been placed on your head by the law.
Dead or alive.
Kit was sure right about you.
Kit?
Sure, we both fool you. Count your money.
Well, it's mostly paper.
Try and spend it sometime.
We'll still collect the reward for him.
Yeah. $5,000 for killing Kit Carson.
But what if Kit Carson is alive?
Kit, am I glad to see you.
glad this job is all over, Keith.
So am I.
Hanging is too good for that Detective Briggs.
Detective Briggs will never be hung, Toro, because Detective Briggs has been dead for over a year.
Then who was it we catch and turn over to the law?
The one man I wanted to catch more than anyone else in the world. Pierre Andre.
What can be the reason for this obstacle here in the road?
Come on. Come on. Shoulder. His friend hit him in the chest. Do you know him?
I never saw him before.
He's through.
Looks like somebody doesn't want you to see the governor.
That's right. That's why the road was blocked. He was set up for a kill. Let's get on the Monterey.
The attack on you worries me. It means you're marked men. Makes me hesitate to tell you why I sent for you.
It means someone you trust is loose-tongued, too.
I can take care of that situation, but...
This is beginning to interest me, Governor. What do you want done?
You've heard of Don Carlos Pacheco?
Yes. He owns a beautiful rancho down near the border.
And he has a beautiful daughter.
The Federal Land Commission declared the grant under which he obtained that land invalid. Don Carlos was born on that rancho. He didn't take kindly to the decision that he doesn't own that property.
I can agree with him.
However, the Land Commission decided they made a mistake and reversed their decision.
That should have made him happy.
Unfortunately, he doesn't know about it. He's headed for the border to organize his vaqueros and friends to start a guerrilla war against us.
When did Don Carlos leave Monterrey?
Yesterday morning. I want you to overtake him and tell him the news.
Well, he's got a day and a half head start on us. If we don't catch up to him on the road, maybe we can reach him at his home before he has a chance to do anything.
Don Carlos was bitter when he left here. Said he intended to fight for his rights.
So he'll lose no time in starting war on the border.
Lives will be lost. Hatreds flare up. It'll take years to cool off.
That was the reason for that attack on us this morning.
You mean someone besides Don Carlos wants a war?
All the riffraff in the country will join up with Don Carlos. This is a good excuse for robbery and murder.
This letter informs Don Carlos of the commission's new decision.
Well, I'll get it to him as fast as I can, sir.
Well, good luck. Godspeed to both of you.
Thank you, sir.
This is the hotel.
Yeah, we'll make it our headquarters while we're here. The place looks closed up.
The whole village looks like it's closed up. I wonder where all the men are.
I wonder.
You suppose Don Carlos has recruited them for his army so soon?
You talk to the proprietor. I want to look around a little bit before we go to Don Carlos's house.
If the proprietor is a she instead of a he, I'll find out everything.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Good day. We'd like a couple of rooms.
For how long, senores?
Oh, a couple of days.
Pay now, please. Up these stairs, second door to the right.
I'm going to wash up, Tora.
You have ridden far, senor?
The north,
From Monterey?
the gold fields.
Then you must be very tired, senor. Come, sit down and rest. You have good luck at the gold fields, yes?
I have a good look at the gold fields. No. What's the matter with the men of this village?
What do you mean?
Such a beautiful senorita should draw men to this place as the sweetness of honey draws bears. I didn't even see one man on the street.
They are all away.
Everybody?
Yes. Let us talk about you. Tell me, what is your business here?
Business? Perhaps we go on to Mexico. Perhaps we stay here. I am in search of gold, adventure, and romance.
What of your friend, the Americano?
Oh, he just looks for adventure.
What of the romance you expect to find here? Who is she?
You, Angel mío. Ah, you're so beautiful. Your eyes burn a message of love across my heart.
Perhaps you will find all that you wish here. Tonight I shall send you to a man who can use a caballero who is not afraid of danger.
This man is not your husband, I hope.
I am a widow.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a shame that one so young and beautiful should be left this large establishment to manage.
I need a man's help. Perhaps.
Perhaps I am that man. And tonight you'll send me where there's adventure and gold.
I promise.
Tell me of your husband. Was he a young and dashing caballero?
He was murdered. It was in the night. The killer reached through the open window and stabbed him in the heart. I never even awoke.
And you're so young and beautiful.
You shall buy a half interest in the hotel before we marry.
About the money, Uncle Mew, I have nothing.
Use the money you stole from the gold field.
Stole?
Now we understand each other. When two men are fleeing so far from the gold fields, the reason is obvious. Querido. Remember, huh? I am not a woman to be trifled with. We have had an interesting talk, your comrade and I.
Tonight you shall meet a man who will take you to a company of bold adventurers.
Good, then we'll see you tonight. Toro?
Until tonight, beloved.
Good work, Toro. For once, the romancing paid off.
See, I'm irresistible.
If we don't find Don Carlos now, maybe the man we'll meet tonight will take us to him. Let's get going.
This place looks deserted, too.
I guess Don Carlos is out raising an army, but his daughter or a servant ought to be around.
Buenas tardes, señorita.
Is Don Carlos Pacheco home? His daughter?
She is with him.
Are they expected home for dinner?
I do not know.
I didn't notice any men about the rancho, señorita.
They are at work.
When he comes home, would you give this to him right away?
Si, senor.
Read the governor's letter, then we could leave here.
Because he asked me to give it to him, not leave it someplace for him.
What did you write?
I asked Don Carlos to meet us at the hotel. So what's the matter with you, Toro? You seem to be in such a hurry to get out of here. You're doing pretty well with that senorita at the hotel.
Oh, see. You want me to watch for Don Carlos?
Yes, as soon as he comes home, right for the hotel. I'll be there.
Just as you say, Kate.
Some more frijoles, Toro?
In my whole body, there's not room for one more bean. Oh, never have I tasted such frijoles. What a wife you'll make some lucky man. Are you sure Don Carlos has not returned yet?
Don't be afraid. No one will disturb us.
But it's past midnight. Surely Don Carlos and his daughter will return shortly, and if they found us like this...
Don Carlos has more important matters to occupy his mind.
Such as what?
Stop worrying about Don Carlos and tell me again how much you love me.
What more is there to say? Just look into my eyes and feel the beat of my heart.
Soy yo, Dibu.
Have no more trouble with this one.
We may need him for information.
Where is the other one?
He is at the hotel. He was here this afternoon. I left a note for Don Carlos.
Put him in the storeroom and tie him up.
Juanita Pacheco?
Si, senor.
My name is Kit Carson. I've got a message for your father from the governor.
He will not see you, Senor Carson. You had better leave at once. It will be dangerous for you here.
But the Federal Land Commission has reversed its decision. They've decided to recognize your father's land grant.
I still don't dare ask you in. Wait. Papa?
You should not disturb me, daughter. I am engrossed in my campaign.
But Kit Carson is here, and...
Kit Carson? Send him away. Warn him that I will not be responsible for his life if he's in San Diego County tomorrow.
But let me finish, Papa. He has come to tell you that the rancho has been restored to us.
It could be a trick.
Senor Carson would not lie.
Don't forget, his first loyalty is to the United States.
Oh, see him, please.
Very well. But make him give you his guns before he enters the house.
He will see you now, but...
But what?
He insists you give me your guns first.
I left a friend here to let me know when your father got back. You don't see him or his horse.
Well, we haven't been home for half an hour. Perhaps you missed each other on the way to the village.
Senor Carson, I hope there is no mistake about the news you bring.
There isn't. Here are the official papers.
Thank you for delivering this in time.
You were the victim of a grave injustice, but that mistake has been rectified now.
Perfectly.
Now you can disperse the army that you were gathering to attack the United States.
At once. Send Gamboa to me immediately. If he's asleep, wake him.
See, Papa.
You may never know what your coming here tonight has meant, Kit.
You were planning on starting your attack tomorrow, weren't you?
I was going to capture San Diego.
And you'd have done it easily. The garrison at San Diego only numbers 60 men at the moment.
More than 100 of my men are stationed outside the town now.
Yes, and after they'd have taken the town, they'd have gotten out of control. It'd have been robbery and murder.
You have saved my conscience a heavy load. My foreman. Adelante. Hurry to San Diego and tell the men to disperse, Senor Gamboa. I have good news.
Not so fast, Don Carlos.
Put down those guns. What is the meaning of this?
This means we attacked in San Diego in the morning.
My men will never attack without me to lead them.
And you will lead them, Don Carlos.
My lands have been restored. I have no quarrels with the state of California.
But I have. I will live like a king on the border. Once our men have tasted the blood, the wine, and the gold of San Diego, they will follow me anywhere.
This is madness. Put down your guns and obey me. The incident will be forgotten.
There'll be hundreds of incidents like San Diego. Then we'll retire to Mexico to enjoy our riches.
You will be hunted down until every last one of you is killed.
You do not have to worry, Don Carlos. He will not be with us then. I only need you to lead the attack on San Diego. Look. Lead the attack on San Diego, and she will not be harmed. Otherwise, you will never see her again.
What would you do, Senor Carson?
Play along with him and wait for a break.
We could have killed you 10 times, Senor Carson. But your friends in the United States have paid big ransom for you. Tie him up. Tie him well. Do not worry about his discomfort when awakening. All right, Senor. We're going to San Diego now.
been all night?
Like you, I was tied and bound and rendered helpless. After many hours of labor and with great ingenuity, I got free.
Well, try some of that ingenuity on me. I suppose you got hungry outside and came inside the romance a meal out of the servant, huh?
You did me a great injustice. I didn't wait till I got hungry.
Oh, my head.
Me too.
Are the horses outside?
See?
Well, we're going to San Diego.
It is Kit Carson and his compadre. Can be nobody else. Keep ahead of us. If you allow me to get close enough to reach you, I'll bear this in your back. Now, right.
Get Don Carlos. Ride down to San Diego to disperse your men.
But Juanita...
I give you my word she'll be home when you get back.
You're right, Kid. I shall expect to see you and Juanita in a few hours. I arrived in time. There will be no trouble.
That's good news, Don Carlos.
Papa!
Juanita! And this is good news for me.
We owe much to our friends here.
Oh, it was nothing. The beautiful senorita throws a knife at me, but she's so worried she misses. Then we tie her up and untie Juanita.
I wish you and El Toro would visit with us for a while.
Could you, Kit?
Oh, thank you very much, but we better get back with our report to the governor. I'm afraid he won't do much sleeping until we get there. Come on, Toro.
I came to say farewell. The governor's waiting for us.
Please forgive me, Toro. I was so terrified of Gamboa that when I found out what he was planning, I could think of nothing to do but run home like a baby to my mama. You will come back, El Toro.
My word of honor.
Toro! Adios, chula.
All I can say is gracias y vuelvo pronto.
Kid, the governor's waiting.
Well, goodbye, Don Carlos.
Adios. Adios, muchachos. Buena suerte.
Adios, amigo mío.
Thank you.